So recently I've been noticing a lot of issues here with Beverly. I've been putting her through a lot of abuse through dyno pulls, drag racing, long road trips, and just such. I've really put the test here to Beverly. One night here, while I was driving well over 100 miles that day, I was coming home late at night, right off of the freeway. The car just shuts off for no apparent reason. I was actually prepared for this. I really thought that I ran out of gas. I always carry 5 gallons of gas in here just because of my gas gauge not working, so I filled it up. Even after I filled it up, the car would not start. I also noticed that while I was driving, the car just shut off and the lights also went out. So I thought it was the alternator. However, when I was attempting to start it up, the battery had full power and it was turning over the car. So at the end, I ended up towing the car. That's one of the things that you have to live with owning a classic Mustang, is that things break. And things break down a lot. Here it is. Never thought Beverly would break down. Well, actually kind of did, but let's see. Hello? Oh no. She is down. I think it's the fuel pump or the alternator, one of those two. But she is not looking good at all. We're gonna have to diagnose, inspect it, see what could cause this problem. She did pretty good. She did pretty good. I'll go ahead and explain everything that basically went wrong with the full car. Hopefully it's something small. I really think it's the fuel pump. Welcome back, boys. Today we're going to diagnose another thing that's wrong with my car. This is the second problem that we've had with the 1968 Ford Mustang Fastback that we've encountered ever since taking ownership. As you guys may have seen, which if you have not, go ahead and check out the channel, we had a huge problem where my full rotor completely went off. As you guys could see here, the full bearing inside of this rotor was shattered. It was the outer bearing that completely shattered, which ultimately shattered my rotor. We installed it, the rotor then shattered again, and the second time was the charm with these rotors. So these classic Mustangs or any classic cars are always prone to breaking down, and this one came out of the complete random. I had no idea that the car could just shut down just like that. And so we're going to diagnose, we're gonna test, we're gonna see what can be wrong with this car, and we're gonna continue to learn, because as you guys know, this is my first time encountering a classic vehicle. And for the most part, they are very simple and easy, but we're gonna tackle it. We're gonna inspect air, fuel, and spark. Those are the 3 things needed in order to run a vehicle. And we're gonna check out those 3 things. What can be the culprit? Comment down below what you think it is. The car was driving perfectly fine, and I was coming off the off-ramp. It shut off. And while it shut off, the lights also went off, which leads me to believe it could be an alternator, it could be a fuel pump, it could be spark, or it could be electrical wiring issue, which we are going to investigate until this gets back up and running. So here is the full motor. We have the 289, and I definitely need a beer while tackling this thing because we have a lot of things to do. We're gonna start off with the alternator. If we could get this up and running through a jump, which again, the car does crank, it turns over but does not start up, it's hard to believe that the alternator is the culprit. But for troubleshooting purposes, let's connect this to a running car to see if we could get this fired up. I asked you guys on Instagram what could be the problem, because I'm still learning this 289 VA as well as these classic motors here. Overall, they're pretty simple once we get to the hang of things, because literally you can fix this full thing with a Phillips screwdriver and a 10mm. But I got a lot of great suggestions here from you guys. We're gonna learn together and build this engine until it gets back up and running again. So first things first, I do want to check to see if it is an alternator issue here. So I have a jump car. A lot of you guys were saying it was the alternator since my lights also went down. My alternator looks fairly brand new here, as well as the car still turns over, so we know it's definitely not the battery. But first, let's see what a jump start will do to the car. All right, let me show you guys how it acts when I try to turn it on. So usually I like to open the choke all the way up, give it about 1 full throttle, but for this case we'll give it 2 full throttles, and then we'll start her up. Listen how she acts. So the car turns over but does not start. So we're gonna have to check air, fuel, and spark. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and start off with a jump start, just for the sake of things. So as you guys see, it cranks over, but it just does not start up. So we are going to check to see if we are receiving fuel next, because obviously the car did not jump when it was supposed to jump. And even if it was the alternator, it would have at least started up solely on the battery. So we can conclude that the battery and the alternator is not what is the issue. Now let's go and check spark and fuel. So let me take this guy off right here and we will check to see if we are receiving any fuel in the carburetor. This is pretty cool actually. You just screw that right off and then this bad boy comes right off. All right, now we're gonna check to see if this thing is making any fuel at all. I can already smell the fuel from here. If you could smell it, and I think you guys even saw it, fuel is good, so it's not the fuel pump. Even though I learned something pretty cool that the fuel pump is actually attached to the motor. I thought the fuel pump would be back in the tank, but the fuel pump is good. So we've checked fuel, we've checked power, air is good, the carburetor is open. Now we need to check spark. I did pop out this spark plug and I checked. I'll show you guys a photo right now. The reason why I'm not looking into the spark plugs is because there was no misfires, and the reason why this engine just completely shut down is that all of them would have had to go out at the same exact time. So instead of checking all 8 of them, I think it wouldn't be necessary for this particular troubleshooting to see what it is. So instead we're gonna check the ignition. We're gonna check the coil packs as well as the ignition coil, which ultimately provides the power to the full coil pack. So this is known to go out. I think this may be the problem because number 1, we have fuel. Number 2, we have power. Number 3, alternator is good. Fuel is good, air is good, carburetor is wide open. This is the only thing that I could possibly think of without going into the full wiring harness, which I doubt it's the wiring harness. So we're gonna swap out this bad boy and see what we could do to get this resolved, because this issue would not be cool just driving around. I definitely want to get it resolved for the long term. So it could be the coil packs, could be the ignition, spark plugs. We're just gonna dive deep into it until we find out a resolution. So now what I'm going to do is pretty much disconnect the ignition coil to replace it, and we'll see if that does the trick or not. Ignition coil inside of it looks good, as well as the end connection is good as well. All right, so this is the ignition coil that came on the car. I don't know what brand it is. It looks stock OEM to me, so I'm going to replace it with the Duralast, see how well that works, and hopefully this is the culprit. So let's go and install the new ignition coil. And while we're working on this, I do want to give a huge shout out to Craig909. He is another YouTuber that works on old F-250s, Galaxies, and he's here local in San Diego. Well, more of Ramona, which is about 40 minutes away. He has helped diagnosed and helped me throughout this full process, as well as your guys' help down in comment as well, because so many of you people have given me so much knowledgeable information down in comments. You guys have no idea. On my last rotor video, when that got busted, I can't tell you how much useful information was there. So I know for sure that in this video down in comments you guys are going to be filled with information as well. So hopefully we could get this fixed, but let me know down in the comments any other things that I should look out for, as well as if you see anything else going on with my engine or the engine bay that you have any recommendations, make sure to comment down below. But we're getting close. I think this may be the problem. The fix, if this doesn't fix, I honestly don't know what else to do. I'll probably swap out the alternator just so I can have a new alternator and then a new fuel pump. Just have a new fuel pump. That will be the roadmap that we'll take if this doesn't work. So I'm really hoping it's the ignition, because if the full car just shuts down out of nowhere, it's gonna be power, it's gonna be ignition, or it's gonna be fuel. And so far, power is good, so far fuel's down. I'm really hoping ignition is gonna do the trick. So I just have to wait a little while to get the ignition coil. When we get that complete, we'll try firing her up. I want to show you guys the garage progress. Pypes Performance exhaust coming very soon, very soon. Just wait on it, boys. But look, we got the Pypes Performance exhaust banner. I took away that humongous USA American flag, and we also got the Shelby American banner. We have more banners to come. I continue to dress this up here. We have all the toolboxes and accessories here. I really want to get this garage looking mint. I definitely want to do some things here with the Porsche. Maybe in the future that'll be pretty cool to do a little collaboration between the 68 on the Porsche. This definitely needs that Carrera wing in the back, as well as it needs some fine tuning here and there. But besides that, this car would be pretty fun. I just don't know what I would do with it. That's one of the reasons why I haven't really brought this up yet in the channel. There's really not much you could do. It's already complete, but let me know down in the comments if you want me to start any projects, any goals I should go for, and all that stuff, because I'm really looking forward to this Carrera. It's a little dirty here. It's been in the under the port where Beverly is now, but here's the interior as well. Show you guys how nice it is. Everything around here is just very cool. Does need some upholstery, manual of course. Everything is really cool, and this thing handles like no other. The way that this thing drives is absolutely spectacular. And we have the rear coming along as well, so let me know if you guys want me to do anything with the Porsche. The only reason why I just didn't bring it just quite yet is because really not much to do here that I can think of. I'm not a really big Porsche guy, but I do respect them. You guys don't know how bad I need this exhaust. I'm gonna show you guys my little jerry rig that I did here underneath the car, just because I had an exhaust leak, and that leak was burning a line to my brakes as well as burning a line to the transmission. So let me show you guys what we are dealing with. All right, so if you guys check underneath here, that exhaust was burning the living light out of this transmission line, which I'm super glad it did not go through all the way, because this is a barbed wire line. But if you guys check right here, I was getting so close from having this transmission wire just get completely obliterated, as well as right here down there, it was kind of burning down the brake line. So I put some tinfoil in front of that just for the time being. I really need this exhaust system. And then, as you guys have seen, all the way back there, there's a huge exhaust leak. I finally jerry-rigged. I got a hanger, and I pretty much tie these close, because this thing, this exhaust, just wiggles, like, is so loose. So we definitely need to get this fixed. But I did an awesome jerry rig. I think you guys would be proud of me. I put a hanger, and then I also put tinfoil here for the time being. So we need to get exhaust fixed ASAP. Just gotta love jerry rigging things on classic cars, because if it works, it works, and why not? Ooh, it's getting dark here pretty fast. Let's see if we could get this install. Should be pretty quick. Shout out to all the auto parts stores, because they have literally everything in stock. I got the Duralast, and AutoZone also had the full rotor, so I'm super happy that I don't have to wait for a full week to get specialized parts like I do for the Shelby GT500. They have everything here, so we are going to unbox this baby. Basically OEM replacement. Everything here is OEM parts, and it's going to be as simple as a negative and a positive. Gotta love classic simplicity. You just gotta love it. Let me install it. All right, so we got the new ignition coil pack in, or the new ignition coil in that controls the full coil pack. Now that we have that, let me put back this air filter here. All right, now let's see if it will fire up. All right, moment of truth. Let's give it a little gas. And let's open up the choke. Let's hope for the best. Oh, let's go. It was the coil pack. We figured it out, boys. We figured it out. Figured out what the issue was. Sorry, my messy old hair. I don't have my hat. But we figured out what the issue was. It was this little guy that's prone to going out, the ignition coil that controls the full coil packs here. She's up and running. Let's go. I love learning about these engines. I love fixing things that are broken. This is what we're all about. I'm super happy that we got this bad boy up and running. This little sucker caused so much problems for no reason. I love to keep you guys updated. If you guys have the same problem, that is it. If your car goes completely out, it's most likely going to be because of power, air, fuel, or spark. In this case here, I've never had an issue where it was just spark, and this is the first time, and we got it done. So now that we got done, this is going to be thrown out. I got my hat on now, but we finally got her up and running. I'm super excited to finally get this done.